Hello, everyone. It's Fanatic 10149, and today we're going to do another podcast with a new member, Blue Raven 666. Go ahead and say hello.
Hello, how are we doing today?
And I'm joined by Grizzy again. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Grizzy just woke up 3 hours ago, and I dragged him in. I'm like, hey, Grizzy, come ahead. Go and join the podcast.
How about fucking no?
How about yes?
Angel's voice is too tough on the throat right now.
Angel's voice is just dead. You woke up literally 3 hours ago. Drink a soda or something. Drink some energy drinks. Anyways, Blue Raven, how long have you been doing YouTube for?
I have been creating videos for about 5 years now, a little over 5 years.
Same amount of time I've been. Sweet.
Yeah, I started in like June, I think, of like 2015.
I started in 2016, so yeah. You're probably gonna be around.
So you've been doing it for 4 years. Get your math right.
Don't you dare abuse me and my math. Ma'am. My math is IQ. You don't know my IQ.
I mean, if you can't tell the difference between 4 and 5 years apart, I think that gives me a fairly good idea.
My IQ is IQ.
IQ, you don't need to know the number.
What is numbers anyway?
Who knows?
Who knows? So anyways, what content do you make?
As a lot of people probably know, I make has-been hotel-related content. I started off making character tribute videos, and I moved on to what's most popular on my YouTube channel now, which is Has-Been Hotel Theories. And I incorporated a lot of other stuff in my channel that has gradually become the hodgepodge of different content that it is today.
Right. So Grizzy.
Now, could I help you?
Yes. Have you worked with Blue Raven before?
Not worked, but we did attend a live stream together with Has Been Madness.
Yeah.
I think that's happened a couple of times.
Yeah, I've seen the live stream. I think it was the do's and don'ts of YouTube.
I mean, yeah, basically, even though, like, that totally, like, devolved into, like, just total chaos.
Oh, it went from, alright guys, today we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts, and hours later. So hey, we're over here smoking crack. We're over here doing random nonsense. Come and join us.
Yeah. I mean, I know Has Been Madness, like, brought it back around to, like, the source material every once in a while, but that, I mean, no one can deny that watch that stream. It was just pure chaos.
Don't you think everything nowadays is pure chaos?
I mean, it's not chaos.
I'm fucking stuck as we speak. I can't move my fingers from under the table. I'm stuck. Oh, okay, I'm free.
What did you do?
I stuck my fingers underneath the table to try to grab a hand sanitizer, and I got stuck for like a minute.
I don't even know how you managed to do that.
Help! I'm dying! Send an ambulance! This is gonna be a funny. This is gonna be a funny thing for everyone to hear. How Henry got his fucking fingers stuck in the fucking table.
Well, I mean, I got my knee stuck in a railing when I was like 9 at summer camp, and like legitimately I screamed bloody murder, and the entire camp basically heard me.
The entire camp just looks at you like you're on some sort of fucking drug. Like, what the fuck are you on? Like, are you okay, ma'am? I am not okay. Call an ambulance.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Huh? Uh-oh. Technical difficulties. Hold up. Alright, we're back. I had a technical difficulty on my end. I paused. But the
Technology is complicated.
technology is just dying on us. It doesn't want us to know why, but it is. So, have you done any other content besides Hazbin Hotel?
I mean, I have, I've done sort of like my own little universe thing with Hasbin Hotel between, my OC Raven and stuff like that. I mean, that was kind of short-lived because I just gradually got tired of it. I do it every great once in a while, like I hop into character and like live streams with Hasbin Madness and stuff like that. But like mainly I've just been focusing on like IRL stories that, happened to me personally. And, I talk about witchcraft, paganism, other stuff like that on my channel.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched one of your videos while I was playing Cold War Zombies. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like, yes. Let's commit arson with the fucking book. I didn't actually think that. It's just a fucking joke I made. I'm like, how do you mistakenly, how are you new to a thing like this if you're being taught? I mean, yeah, you're gonna be new at it, but just do it for the fun of it and then be punished. Be smite.
I mean, this is something that I explained on my TikTok, because that's mainly where most of my witchcraft content is centered, is on TikTok. Yeah, I tell people that, because that was one discussion I had with another individual, because they're like, oh, if you're gonna mess around with stuff that you shouldn't be messing around with, then obviously you're gonna have to learn the hard way, so just let people learn the hard way. And I'm just like, yes, but no.
Yes, but actually,
I was one of those people that had no mentors, no support system, nothing. I had to learn everything 100% by myself, and I fucked up a lot. I tell people it's like, yeah, I mean, you can tell people the fire's hot and not to touch it, and sometimes they have to learn that the hard way. But if you have someone there that can warn you ahead of time and say, hey, the fire's hot, don't touch it, and then they proceed to touch it, then obviously they did need to learn the hard way. But it's nice to have that person there ahead of time to say, hey, don't do this, and then state why.
Because I hear the fire's hot. Ah! It was hot! It burns! No shit, what do you expect it to be cool?
That's exactly what I told you what would happen, dummy.
Like, I told you that would happen. You didn't do that at all. Just literally has a recording of you telling them not to touch it. Funny enough, the funniest thing, I'm not going to sound rude for this, but it maybe sound rude. I was in high school, you know how people love to date?
Yeah.
I basically sat with my best friend at one point and I go, what's the point of dating in high school? Like, if you're going to break up, don't bring drama. It was your fault.
I mean, you're not wrong. But at the same time, I was one of those people that was just like, I want a boyfriend. Everybody's got a boyfriend. I don't got a boyfriend.
I mean, that's just your brain talking, because I remember seeing this from a game theory, rather food theory, where your brain makes you want something that you actually don't need. It's like the coffee thing from
Right.
Starbucks. It's like a limited time event, and your brain starts activating a neuron saying, I need this, I need this, I need this, and you don't actually want it, but you want to be part of it.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
that's...
sort of that like group mentality sort of thing.
Yeah.
By the way, Grizzy just dipped out on us, so.
Oof. He yeeted. It's fine.
Right.
We'll be fine. Everything's a-okay. Seconds later, chaos.
Right. It's like 5 seconds later.
5 seconds later, just chaos everywhere.
But yeah, I mean, like, I was one of those people in high school that was just like, oh man, yeah, I want a boyfriend. I actually, shamefully enough, in high school, I developed crushes on like almost all of the foreign exchange students from Germany that would come to my school.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was bad.
It's like, I love this guy, now I love this guy, now I love this guy, now I love this guy. Make up your fucking mind.
I think the worst one was this one guy I met when I was in like sophomore year, and I thought he was a nice guy, but he turned out to be like a total dickhead.
They're all nice until you actually meet them, and that's when it's all over.
Right. And the bad thing is, like, the girls in my grade would tease me about me actually having, like, a crush on him. And I was just be like, hey, I can't help my feelings.
Dude, who the fuck makes fun of someone for having feelings? That is retarded on a whole new level.
I mean, apparently, prissy teenage girls, so...
Hey, listen, if you make fun of me for having feelings, you bet your ass I'm not taking that bullshit. I'm gonna reverse everything and call you a bitch for it.
Gonna pull an Uno reverse card.
I'm gonna basically. Because I'm not gonna sit there. I don't like it when I'm bullied, and I don't like it when other people are bullied. But as soon as you try to say, yeah, if you try to do something... If you try to do something for me... Continue.
I've got a crush on this, like, foreign exchange student guy, but I know for a damn fact that you are horny for the jock on the football team.
Don't... Oh my god.
I mean... And I wasn't wrong either, so... I mean, there's a lot of things that when I look back on it now, I wish I would have said to all the people who would have picked on me, because I know none of the adults would have blamed me for it.
How much you want to bet they probably would, though?
I mean, the asshole ones, definitely, but in high school, I actually had, like, a lot of teachers on my side because they knew I was getting bullied. So I had a lot of people looking out for me, but at the same time, I never really did anything about anything because that was like my life in middle school when I didn't have teachers on my side, and I was basically villainized by anybody, and I fought back, and then in high school, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll let them look like assholes, and I'll just do my own thing.
You know, the funny enough thing is... I don't know why, but teachers look the other way when someone's being bullied, but when they pull out gum and start eating it, they immediately snap back to them.
Right.
It's just a very fucking weird concept.
Like, I told people that if I were to ever become a teacher, I would not tolerate bullying of any measure. Like, people would be sent to offices immediately.
Like, some teachers just sit there and don't do much, but then there's others that actually do something about it.
Right.
Now, what you want to bet? It's me saying this will trigger any teachers. They're like, excuse me, we do our jobs. Oh, really? Oh, really?
It's like, yeah, prove it.
prove your worth, fiend.
Yeah, like Brittany's picking on that little girl in the locker rooms in gym class every day. You know for a fact Brittany's doing that shit. Go ahead, send her to the office right now. Right now, do it.
I don't know. I don't have the patience to send anyone to the office. Literally a second later. Dude, what do you... Dude, I'm not gonna lie, though. The school I go to, I'm gonna be glad when I'm gone. But at the same time, I'm gonna miss my friends. Oh, I went to my 6th period class today. Apparently, I had a few friends in there, so I went to them, and they didn't even recognize me because of the mask.
Wow.
That's how bad masks improve your blending in. Oh, we didn't even recognize you, you fool. You shouldn't have said that.
It's like it shows how much you know me.
Shows how much you know me. Damn. I feel like you don't know me at all. So, Blue, do you look up resources for your videos?
Yes, I do. I do quite a bit of research on the occasion. Like, it depends on the topic. For example, like I said earlier before the video frickin' died on itself, when it narrowed down to, like, my first Has-Been Hotel Theories videos, like, Wendigos and stuff like that, certain things, like, I already have, like, pre-existing knowledge about, because I do a lot of research on the side. I'm a sponge for information. I absorb that stuff up. So, it's a lot of comparing and contrasting information that I already know, researching, like, historical topics and historical events, and then seeing where it fits in the timeline. If there's just too many inconsistencies, then I can confidently say, yeah, no, this is not the case. Or, like, yeah, I see where people are coming from, but, this is what I feel like is more likely to happen. Things of that nature. It's a lot of sorting, a lot of comparing and contrasting. And, Vivisi Pop has also stated that a lot of characters in Has-Been Hotel aren't really tied to any important historical events. So, that also helps as well.
Right. I remember, the funny thing is, I like how Brendan Rogers just voices Blitz so very well, because he's just aggressive towards Blitz and then fucking nice towards Moxie. Not fuck, wrong ones. Damn it, I'm handicapped now. He's aggressive towards Moxie and then nice towards Millie.
Right.
He just says, "I fucking hate you, Moxie," and then just towards Millie, "I love you, Millie."
Yeah.
He just doesn't care.
And, it's funny with, like, kind of like the flirtatious behavior between, like, Millie and Blitz. Like, Millie is, like, outwardly, like, nice and kind of defends Blitz to, kind of, like, too much of an extent. And then Millie, Moxie's kind of the rational one that's like, but he was in our fridge!
She just doesn't care. Do you think? The funny thing is, she just probably doesn't care that he's in the fridge.
Like, they're in hell. She's like, I've seen so much bullshit. Like, this
I've
is,
seen
like,
so
the
much
least of
shit,
my
you know what?
problems.
I'm just gonna let this slide.
Right. It's like, this is comedy and humor at its finest. I don't care. It's better than, like, being stabbed a million times by, like, another demon or an imp. So,
Yeah. It's even better than being killed from behind. Funny enough, the weirdest thing is, imagine if it wasn't Millie and Moxie dating, it was Blitzo and Millie dating.
I don't know how I feel about that. I honestly don't.
I don't either, to be honest. It's just probably gonna be the weirdest fucking thing ever seen.
Right.
Bruh,
Because,
remember when, fucking, what was, Luna decided to sit there and tell everyone to shut the fuck up. Eminem, get in here. We're going to Lula. Shut the fuck up. Me in the back. Yes. Shush.
Right.
It was the funniest thing. I'm like, God damn, she doesn't care anymore. She wants peace. I guess that's why she probably didn't go on the mission. She just wanted peace.
Like, all you imps are annoying as fuck. I just want like 5 minutes of peace and quiet is all I ask.
They only go on one mission and they create chaos. It was all Blitz's fault. I blame Blitz.
When in doubt, blame Blitz.
When in doubt, just blame the boss. Also, I saw the trailer, which inevitably got taken down and restricted as 18+, which is a bummer.
Kind of see it, but at the same time, it's like I did see the trailer, and at the same time, I'm just like, on the one hand, I see, what kind of like attitude or sort of air of emotion that it's gonna convey, probably like later on in the series. But at the same time, it's like a lot of the clips that we saw were the same clips that we already saw in previous episodes, like the pilot, Murder Family, Lululand, etc. It's just like it's not too different from the trailer to Hazbin Hotel. It's like there's nothing new that you're offering here. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it is kind of new because there's different areas and new characters, so in my opinion, it's worth something to watch.
Right.
I mean, I don't care. As long as if you get something new, I'd enjoy it. I mean, I watch the same content over and over because it's fun to go back to, which is the great thing about Hell of a Boss. You can just go right back and pretend you're watching it for the first time.
Right.
You can just go right back. Oh, this is fucking amazing. And that's the beauty of it. I like that. I don't care if it's old. I like watching a video. I'm going to go back and watch it.
Right.
This is probably like, you did a live stream before, but this is probably like your first time actually doing an off podcast.
It's kind of like the first time I'm doing like a podcast, sort of like an interview-ish sort of podcast. I've answered plenty of questions before, but this is sort of a first.
It is an honor to actually interview. It is actually, to me, it is a good thing that I can actually go out and actually get people to interview with.
Right.
Because that's where I'm going to be growing my channel off of. That's how I'm going to get. That's where I'm probably going to be aiming for, is just an interview, podcast, gaming channel. Like, I'll do... I'm thinking about doing some informative videos with gameplay in the background so people can just watch me play and fail at shit.
Oh, yeah, that also works as well.
It's like if I'm not feeling well or I'm not wanting to put up a video, I'll be like, hey, listen, it's going to be a minute before I put up a video, so just bear with me. Go watch my old content if you want. Go and relive some nostalgic memories. I actually took, funny enough, this is a little taste of news for all of you people out there who are new to my channel. I had deleted around 5 to 7 videos off of my channel that were very old. The first 3 were Dead by Daylight videos, one being a Ryder White theory. Well, more like a Ryder White backstory. And then one being gameplay on Dead by Daylight. And then just one of... Yeah, those were the 2. One being... I forgot what the others were. Oh, 2 being face reveals. And then one being the... Well, not a face reveal, but rather like me showing my face in a certain video to do random nonsense. One was the Halloween special where I carve a pumpkin, so I deleted those. So those are no longer viewable. And then the other 2, I didn't actually delete. Those were privatized again. Because I meant to take them down after, but I completely forgot. I remembered in my head. I'm like, oh, this was a one-time special thing for hitting a goal. So I put it up for everyone to view, which was my intro and outro, which I can't use anymore because I don't have a computer and I can't really get the videos. So I privatized those again for a while. But they are going to stay privatized until I hit my next goal, which is going to be around 100, 200. Depends. Depends.
Yeah, sounds like a good goal. You're almost there. You're 12 away.
I'm 12 away. Make that 11. Go ahead and subscribe to me, please. But yeah, I'm just over here doing what I love doing best, making YouTube videos and begging for subs.
See, a piece of advice I can like offer you is like, don't really beg for subs. You know, just sort of let it happen.
I should. I'm gonna probably do that. I'm gonna do that. Let me do that.
Because, you know, that's one thing that I did, because I swear for like a solid year, I sat between 190 subs and 200, and it never veered off from like those two numbers. It was always somewhere in between there, and it was like that for a solid year, and I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Funny enough, most of the time I played Cold War Zombies for the first time, and I was very mad about it because I couldn't figure out what the fuck I was doing. It's not like old zombies, I'll tell you that much, which kind of sucks, but at the same time it's kind of fun because I like loading in a game and progressing and all that. But one thing that's odd I found out is there's like, I don't really like the tier system for it. That's the one thing I talked to you about when we first met. I was in there complaining about how there's tiers and weapons, and when it's not like old COD. You just grab the gun from the box and try to use it for how long as you want. You have to get different tiered weapons.
Right.
Which kind of sucks, but I like it because it offers a new challenge. You can't just sit there and rely on one weapon. Technically, you could rely on one weapon. Basically, what I'm saying is, you can sit there and use your custom weapon the entire game, and just progressively use your scraps and materials to upgrade it from a tier by tier. That's what I did. Sad enough, I can't play it anymore because the fucking thing ended on Thursday when I thought it would be a Friday. So I'm retarded. What games do you play, by the way?
I mean, it's mainly like games from my phone, because I don't own a computer or a laptop. It's just my phone. I work everything from my cell phone.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I have a tendency to play more like choose your own story type of games.
Yeah, I can
Does
feel
that make
that.
sense?
Yeah.
I know, like, when I had my Kindle Fire, like, one of the biggest games I was obsessed with a while back was Dragon City.
Oh, God. Dragon City. I really hate grinding. I don't like grinding games. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, SAS 4 Zombie Assault is a grinding game, but I liked it because of the way it worked. You just go in, kill zombies, try to grab loot boxes, strong boxes. You can pay for them, but you can still... One sec. But yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from with the mobile games, because I play mobile games, and I don't think anyone's interested in that anymore, which is kind of a bummer.
I mean, there's like a small little community of people that like certain mobile games, especially like certain choose your own story sort of games like Nyx Hydra's The Arcana. There's a bit of a fan base for that. Obey Me, Shall We Day, that's definitely a fan base also that I'm a part of. What I was saying earlier with Dragon City, that was actually a game me and my friend Ben, like, we were, like, insanely competitive with that game. Like, we would, like, battle each other's dragons, and normally my dragons would fucking destroy his because he barely played the game. And then whenever he would log back onto it, he was like, God damn it, I lost, like, 10 competitions to you. And I'm like, that's what happens when you don't train your dragon.
That's what happens when you're fucking stupid.
Right.
Nah, funny enough.
I tried playing that game again recently, and it's like they make like so many like different updates to the game. It feels like in different alterations that it's like, I don't know how to play this game anymore, and I really don't feel like relearning it.
Dang.
Yeah, so good times, but it's best that it was left in the past.
If you play a game for long enough, the way it works for me is I can leave the game for a year, come back, and I'll instantly remember how I play it.
Well, for me, like, I've been away from this game. I was, like, away from this game for, like, 3 or 4 years, so...
I think it's been 2 years since I last played SAS4. I know I logged back in a while ago, and then ever since I still haven't touched it. I
know I played Among Us for a little while.
Yeah.
But I've sort of gotten, like, frustrated with that game because a lot of people kept, like, dicking around, and they had their little groups that they, like, followed their own rules. Like, I would provide solid, hardcore evidence of imposters, and just, like, everybody would just fucking ignore it. It'd just be like, a fucking A. And other than that, there were, like, these people who would, like, be like, oh, I'm in love with, like, this color and blah, 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 and I'm in love with this color and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, we're here to play a fucking game.
Okay, and in my defense, I whenever I play with friends, I'm always the color black because that's how I always been.
Right.
It's your identification in the game.
Typically, I'm like the color cyan, and funny enough, typically I'm like crewmate 99% of the time, and whenever I do become imposter, it's like I don't know how to imposter because I'm always crewmate.
How to imposter 101 with Henry? Just kill everything in sight.
Because it's like, you know, I'll try doing, like, the basic stuff, like, you know, kill when nobody's around, vent, and then I always get caught. I always get caught, either by someone on cams, or by someone that just happens to be passing by at the exact same time I'm coming out of a vent. And it's just like, God fucking damn it, can't, you know, talk my way out of that one. So it's like I started getting like insanely frustrated with that game. So it's like I need a break. Otherwise, I'm gonna fucking throw my phone and break it for the billionth time. And then I can't make YouTube videos.
Oof, I feel that. I don't think last game was fair. Come on back and we'll play again. We can play Among Us if you want. I can try to gather people.
I mean, not right now. We got like, what is it, like 35 minutes before I got a dip, so.
35 minutes before you gotta go. Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, anyways. Funny enough, me and one of my friends just play Apex Legends Online, and I barely get frustrated, but I do get upset. Like, if I get frustrated, that's when my rage comes out, but I just get upset that that either failed to help or I just died doing something stupid. And then it costed my team. I mean, at one point in the game, I ran straight into a pile of enemies. I'm like, oh, there's 3 of them in the building. Well, I'm dead. It was just one guy against 3, and I'm like, how am I going to get out of this? Answer, I won't.
Right. It's like, you're doomed. You're not getting out of that at all. Like, you're done. Done. Finito.
Finito? Anyways. Okay. Well, this was a very interesting podcast filled with crackhead energy.
I know, like, freaking being interrupted interrupted your own technology dipping out on you on the occasion?
We kept interrupting each other right at the exact same time, which was hilarious.
Right? It's like you were about to say something, and I was about to say something. It's just like, who's gonna fucking speak first?
Who's gonna speak first? Let's find out. Just play some Jeopardy music. Well, anyways, do you have any closing words or statements?
I mean, not all that much. I mean, I'm glad I could be a part of. Is this like your first official podcast?
Well, to everyone who's seen the first one that I privatized as 18 plus, yes, but no, this is my second one.
Well, I'm glad to be a part of one of your first podcasts, and I hope your channel finally reaches that 100 subscriber milestone because you're almost there.
I'm almost
And
there.
yeah, I'll definitely give you a shout out. Once this video goes up, send me a link to it, and I'll be able to like advertise the channel and stuff like that, and say like, hey, I was a part of this podcast.
If
go
you
check
want.
this guy out. He's pretty funny.
All right, if you want to, we can partnership each other. Like just like all the time, just keep our channels in the description.
Right.
Like we can.
I don't really. I typically like do that for Pencil Tree because she is the artist to my avatar. But it's like I don't typically like feature like a lot of English. I don't feature a lot of other channels on my channel and link their channels in the description of my videos because I don't typically like collaborate to the point where I have their videos on my channel and I have my videos on their channel and stuff like that. That is like a very rare thing. I think I've only done that with like Has Been Madness. So we'll see how this goes.
Right. Well, I am going to be featuring a little bit more on podcasts, depending on if you're free or not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm free like most of the time. It's just depending on whether or not, can I put a project aside for a few hours to, partake in a podcast and stuff like that. Luckily, I'm just working on a Has Been Hotel video at the moment, and it's not going to be too awful long, so I'll be able to finish it pretty quickly.
Right. Well, it was fun being with you.
Yeah, always a pleasure.
Has Been Hotel guarantee. It'll always be a pleasure. All right, well, if you guys enjoyed this podcast, leave a like, subscribe, and actually share this with your friends. Bring them in on the fun, because there will be more to come. This is going to become a new thing. I am going to be doing this weekly and or 2 to 3 weeks apart, depending on if I can get everyone or not. If not, I'll just be featuring the same people. The same people, Blue Raven, Grizzy, and Lucifer himself. Those are very good people. You should go check them out. I'll be featuring Blue's channel in the description, which you should go check him out because he does good videos. I've seen a few of them and I like them. Even though I watched only a few, but I still like them. It's the thought that counts, so shut up. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed and have a good day. Goodbye.